Hey guys, we're going to go over the mitosis and meiosis quiz that you have already taken. Please make sure that you have already taken that quiz and made a submission before you view this in order to get credit for your quiz. So number 1 says list the 6 genetic components in order from smallest to largest. We know that our smallest one is a nitrogen base. We know that nitrogen bases are the building blocks of genes. We know that genes are small sections of DNA. And DNA tightly coils up to create chromosomes. Chromosomes are found in the nucleus, and the nucleus is found in the cell of eukaryotic cells. So looking at number 2, how are nitrogen bases and genes related? A says genes are made up of nitrogen base pairs. This is true. The sequence of nitrogen bases determine the expression of a gene or trait. This is also true. Genes and nitrogen base pairs are not related in any way, and we know that that's false because if we look up here we see that genes are made up of nitrogen bases. So therefore your answer is D, both A and B. Number 3 says, what kind of cells does mitosis make? We have to remember that mitosis makes those cells with 46 chromosomes, which are called diploid, which are somatic cells. So haploid cells have half the number of chromosomes, so that's not true. Somatic cells fits perfectly. Gametes are sex cells, which are haploid cells, so that is incorrect. And a sperm is a gamete, so that is also incorrect. Number 4, what is the purpose of mitosis? And from our discussions, we figured out that mitosis has 3 main purposes: for healing and repair, growth and development, and asexual reproduction. So your answer is D. Number 5, when does cytokinesis occur? Because these phases don't have numbers after them, we know that this is in mitosis. And even if it was a meiosis, we know that it happens in telophase, when that cell actually splits and divides. Number 6, a somatic cell with 6 chromosomes undergoes mitosis. There will be blank daughter cells with blank chromosomes. If we're undergoing mitosis, we have a parent cell with 6 chromosomes, and it divides to make 2 additional daughter cells with the same amount of chromosomes. So therefore, we have 2 daughter cells with 6 chromosomes each. Number 7, where are the chromosomes found in anaphase? In the nucleus, that would be in prophase. At polar ends of the cell, that matches perfectly because in anaphase, those chromosomes are pulled apart by spindle fibers. If they're in the center of the cell, we're looking at metaphase, and we're never going to have a situation where there are no chromosomes. Number 8, how many chromosomes do daughter cells end with after telophase 2 in meiosis? And we know that meiosis makes sex cells or gametes, so those are haploid cells, and if they're haploid, that means half the number of the parent cell. We're never going to have a situation where it's twice the amount, and if it's the same amount, that is meiosis, and we're always going to have chromosomes. Number 9, how does sexual reproduction allow for genetic variety? In our discussion yesterday, we talked about there are 2 main sources of genetic variety when it comes to sexual reproduction. The first is fertilization, or the combining of information from 2 different organisms, and the second is crossing over, which is where we take those homologous chromosomes, the maternal and paternal chromosome, and they swap genetic information. Making identical copies of parent cells deals with asexual reproduction. Dividing the cells twice in PMAT, that doesn't necessarily lead to variety, although it does happen in meiosis. And sexual reproduction does allow for variety, so we know that that is incorrect. Number 10, a somatic cell with 100 chromosomes undergoes meiosis. There will be how many daughter cells with how many chromosomes? In meiosis, we start with a parent cell, in this case with 100 chromosomes, and we're going to create 4 cells with half the number of the original cell for chromosomes. So half of 100 is 50. So therefore we are going to create 4 daughter cells with 50 chromosomes each. If you have any questions about this, please let me know.